And that little cat, I remember, I don't know what was going on spiritually, but that little cat, he was just a little tiny thing, could fit easily in my hand, and he just started hissing at something one day, and his whole back was arched, and that little cat was ready to fight for me. He- Wanted to talk just a little bit about how important little things can sometimes be. They don't seem big at the time, but they can take on a whole life of themselves sometimes. And, I want to talk about my cat, my male cat named Tina Turner. Tina, I usually call him Turner, was given to me by a former congregant from my church in West Virginia. And I was going through a really rough time. I had lost a whole bunch in my life and was just completely and utterly overwhelmed. I've always had some cats, and my last cat out of three, one was killed by a fox on my front porch. The other one disappeared. I assume was taken by a hawk or an eagle or a owl, which we have plenty of here in my neighborhood. And then while I was on my way to serve on the Rosebud Reservation, my third cat, Panthera, took off, broke out of her cage, and took off into the woods in Virginia before we got out of Virginia heading to South Dakota. So there was always sort of this little deficit in my life. I didn't realize how much of a deficit it was. But my congregant, he recognized something. And his wife, who frequently rescues animals, for the first time saw a kitten running in the highway in front of the Walmart in Charlestown, West Virginia. So they picked up this little tabby kitty cat and contacted me. Said, "Do you want a cat?" And I hemmed and hawed a little bit because I was just so overwhelmed with everything. And my congregant sort of said, "You really need this cat. I think this cat needs you." And so they brought him in. And they drove 4 hours to meet me here, and I drove an hour to meet them there. So they went way out of their way to be helpful. And they handed me this tiny little kitten that went and didn't know what to call him. I've always waited to name animals unless they already had a given name. I wait to name an animal after what their nature is. And temporarily, I called Turner Wally because he was found in front of Walmart. So I figured the master of Wally World, Wally. And really quickly, I noticed that he was very vocal. He was always sort of mewing, and his mewing wasn't just meowing. There was always almost a musical quality to it. And I was thinking, what should I name my cat? I need to name him something musical. And that was the week that Tina Turner died. And I've always loved Tina Turner, particularly from that Mad Max movie. I was like, man, is she just freaking amazing? Because she was like in her 50s and she was like just doing amazing stuff and looking amazing too. So I've always sort of liked Tina Turner. And I thought about it for a little bit and I was like, yeah, I can't name him Tina. You know, that just wouldn't seem right to me. And then not only was he doing his little sing song mew mew, he started prancing sideways and dancing all over the place. And I was like, if oh, he just is a Tina Turner. He's a dancer and a singer and looking good doing it. And then I said to myself, well, maybe I need to name him Ike. And I was like, oh, God, no, don't call him Ike. Nobody likes Ike. So that's how my cat got his name, Tina Turner, because he sings and dances, and I wanted to honor somebody that I admired. And he brought such joy into my life. He made me laugh when I was finding it hard to laugh. He cuddled up and loved me when felt like I needed some love and didn't realize I needed some love. And that little cat, I remember, I don't know what was going on spiritually with that little cat. He was just a little tiny thing, could fit easily in my hand, and he just started hissing at something one day, and his whole back was arched, and that little cat was ready to fight for me, and I didn't realize how much I needed to protect her. And so, little things, gift of a cat, cat's love, cat's protection, cat being funny. So I brought this up with my congregant about how valuable this gift was, and he was, I guess, not surprised, but I think he hadn't expected me to express it the way I did. So there you go. There's something important in life, little things, and I still love my kitties, and they still love me. You know, every day they purr, and every day I pet, and they protect and love, and we live a life together. Peace, blessings, and all things, my friends, courage.